Y'all can have a seat for a minute, or a few minutes. Sweet hour of prayer that calls me from a world of care and bids me at my Father's throne make all my wants and wishes known. In these seasons of distress and grief, my soul has often found relief, and oft escaped the tempter's snare. By thy return, sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, thy wings shall my petition bear to you.
Today we're gonna do cake.
Take two.
Hi everyone, welcome to another Friday Live Fun. And today we're gonna go over Cake Pops Part 2. Based on all the feedback we got from the last Cake Pop tutorial I made, I know a lot of you guys had trouble dipping chocolate. So today we're gonna just focus on the chocolate aspect of it. And I wanna start with the ingredients, just so you guys could get them. And if you don't have these ingredients, just remember there's always substitutes. If you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments. And my beautiful assistant, Janae, she'll be letting me know all the comments, and I can let you know what you guys could substitute your ingredients with. So we'll get started. So we're gonna do, today I am gonna do Rice Krispies. Make sure if you do have the Rice Krispies, if you don't make them and buy them, make sure to cut them in half. It works better when you have smaller pieces. And then we have these. I forgot the name of these. My favorite. Pralines, is that? No, there's a different name. And I know you could buy them dipped in chocolate, but it's funner to dip them in yourself and decorate them. And then we have marshmallows, we have Oreos, we have birthday cake Oreos, there's sprinkles in there. And then we have pretzel rods and cake pops. And today I tried out a new flavor. I did a vanilla cake with, I think it was honey and pecan cream cheese, and they're very delicious. So I recommend you guys trying this. And then also, I know I promised I was gonna do strawberries, but I forgot to buy them. So sorry on that. So maybe next time I do this, I could do fruit. And also you'll need sprinkles. Yeah, sprinkles. I have chocolate. And today I'm gonna use the almond bark. So you can find this at any grocery store. They come in little like big pack squares. And this is really easy to work with. So if you guys had trouble last time, I recommend you guys use this chocolate. And then we'll have oil, and I also have to decorate. I have some coconut flakes, and I have some little lightning bulbs. I found these are fun. I found these at Walmart. And then we will do cake pop sticks. And like last time, just make sure you have a bowl so you can put, when you do use your sprinkles, they don't fall on the floor and you don't make a mess, and you have them in a bowl. And you will need a tray covered in parchment paper just so everything you dip does not stick. And once again, you'll need to put your stuff in the refrigerator just so it could cool off a little bit, and then a microwave. So we will get started. So the first step will be to heat up the chocolate. I think I'm gonna do my dark chocolate. So I'll do my dark chocolate. And then I'll do the white chocolate to drizzle to decorate. So I'll use two colors. So just read the instructions in your chocolate. Today I'm just gonna do, I like to just do 20 seconds, and then the same thing, mix it, stir it, and if it needs to be warmed up a little bit more, then I put it back in the microwave. So we're gonna do that right now. And I am gonna do 30 seconds. Wait for it to melt. And then just remember to stir it in between. That's the key. And if you have any questions, make sure to put them so I can answer them. And
Liz says hi.
hi Liz, miss you. What are you dipping in chocolate today, Liz? What are you in the family dipping? Let me know. Okay, so my chocolate, that was a little bit less than 30 seconds, but as you can see, it's not melted. So I like to kind of poke it in there and see. It's still, as you could tell, it still needs more time. It's melting a little bit, but pop it in there a little bit longer and wait a little bit. And we'll wait for a couple more seconds to see how long. And also, let me know what you guys want to dip next time, or something else you want to do. I was thinking of decorating cupcakes maybe next time we go live and it's my turn, or something in the baking side of it. Or mini, as you could tell, I like everything on stick, so maybe pies on stick or something. I like to make those too. So let's check the chocolate. Oh, that looks, so it was 30 seconds more, and as you could tell, it's very gooey and melted. And let me lean it over. Wow, that's perfect. So perfect chocolate. That's the consistency you want. Let me make sure. There's a couple of big chunks in there that I see. So what I'm gonna do with that is I am going to use my spoon to kind of press into the side of the mug to get those big chunks that are still there, because they're melted, but you want to make sure that they're dissolved. Okay, and that's perfect. That's how you want your chocolate to look. Do you see that? Yeah. So actually this chocolate doesn't need any oil. It's perfect the way it is. So I am going to start with the Oreos. And the first thing with Oreos is that you're gonna need a stick for the Oreo and your Oreo. You're gonna open it up and you see that inside. And then you're going to grab a little bit, dip your, let me move this around. So you're going to dip it in there and just press on top, kind of center it. And once you have it, you're going to press on it. So that's gonna be kind of like the glue. Look at how fun. So I'm gonna put it aside, and I'm gonna continue to dip other things just as I'm dipping the rest of the things that's gonna dry. So the same thing with the Rice Krispie. I find that when you put things on the sticks, they're just like an easy snack for the kids. And actually too for like birthday parties and stuff like that. So with the marshmallows, you could either put them on a stick or you could just dip them, but just because we're going with the whole stick concept, I'll put a stick on this too.
Mia says hi, and Liz says that she's dipping everything in chocolate.
Yes, you could dip everything. Sometimes I dip pineapple too. And for the pretzel rods, actually, I forgot my big cup. So I recommend for the pretzel rods to just get a bigger cup, and I don't have one handy, so I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, actually, before I get to the pretzels, I'm gonna do the cake pop just because it needs to just dry a little bit. It's the same thing. My cake pop's already rolled. So if you missed the last time I made the cake pop tutorial, make sure to go back to our Facebook, or I think it'll be uploaded to our YouTube, and then you guys could see how I made the cake pop. So how to actually roll them and do everything. So I'm just gonna put it on there and set it flat on my tray right here. And now that I have that sitting, I am going to, just like I said, just because I don't have that cup, normally I would put it inside a cup and kind of swirl it around, but just because I don't have one, we're gonna do it like this. Do you see the movement I'm doing? You do that just so you could evenly spread the chocolate on your rod, because if I just put it on, it won't be even on there. And I don't like to do it this way because then you waste chocolate, because right now I'm wasting the chocolate. I mean, you could remelt it and reuse it.
Oh no. Is it gonna go away?
And once you have it, you'll do this, make sure it's flat, and then you will set it aside. Am I on the other camera?
Sorry. Go girl.
Okay, sorry about that, but our camera decided to die a little bit. So now the same thing with the, put down below if you know the name of these. I remember them, but I forgot the name of it. And then here, so what we'll do with this, let me get it on the camera right there, center it. So you're just gonna kind of, so your top right here, this is where you want the line to be at, up here. So you want to make sure that this side is where you kind of get that straight line. The back, I mean, it'll be on the tray, so you won't be able to see it. So I'm going to focus on getting a nice line over here. So let's see if I could do this. So you're going to dip it all the way through, and there you go. You have your dipped cookie. And right now, when your chocolate is wet, this is where you could put your sprinkles. But today I want to kind of do the tuxedo look kind of thing. I'm going to add 2 different chocolates. So I'm going to do a light layer of this chocolate, and then I'm going to melt the white chocolate and then do a light layer of that too. So let me dip a couple of other things just so I could do different designs. I like to play with it. Chocolate is so fun, and just you're able to make anything out of chocolate, and sprinkles, you could make different designs. So I'm gonna do another Oreo. Oh man, I put my finger on the chocolate. Okay, so you're gonna dip it in there. Let me wipe down my finger, press on it, make sure it doesn't come off. And let's see what else. Do another cake pop right there. Make sure you could get it in there. And like I said last time, if you're gonna put them upside down like this, then you want to put the stick all the way through. If you're gonna do it up like this, then you don't want it all the way through, because then you'll see it right here. And on this one, I am going to add a little bit of sprinkles. Let's see which one. I'm gonna dip the Oreo, and let me get it on the frame right there. Let's see, and you put it all the way through. Make sure you coat it. Sorry, it's kind of difficult to try to get it on frame and see what I'm doing at the same time. So look at how pretty. So I do recommend everyone, there you go, sorry. I do recommend you guys to do the almond bark. It's the best, it's the easiest way. They don't have a lot of color choices, but it's easier to use than the other choices. I know there's other brands that offer different colors. Oh, and then I'm tapping the X's because right now that I lifted up the Oreo, it was kind of dripping, so you want to tap off the X's and be careful so it doesn't come off. So now that I have that one, I am going to add a little bit of sprinkles on that, decorate it, and that makes just a sweet treat. You could also make, I did see other things that you could put things inside of the Oreos, maybe add sprinkles just so you could have that crunch in the inside of the Oreo. And also, I don't know if you guys, let's see, there's glitter, there's edible glitter. I like to use this is fun. Do you guys see that? So I like to use this. So you use this when your chocolate is dry, so you could get a better, So I'm gonna start dipping some of these marshmallows. Some of these things are easier to use than others. Marshmallows are not that heavy, so it's going to be easier to cover in chocolate because it's not going to come off the stick. Let's see. You kind of just want to move it around, make sure you coat everything. And it's okay if your stick gets dirty, because then once the chocolate dries, you could wipe it off. But there you go. And then Rice Krispie, the same thing. And like My kids like everything. Ooh, what's that? My kids like everything dipped in chocolate. So this is, Rice Krispies are always fun to dip in chocolate. You're gonna tap it on the cup. Move it around, make sure your chocolate is nice and even. And here you go, Rice Krispie. And then cake pop. Make sure it's covered. Make sure it's covered, coated in chocolate. And with the cake pop, you kind of want to make sure you tap it too. Tap it, get all that chocolate. Right now, if you could tell, the back of my cake, the bottom of my cake pop is not covered in chocolate. So I'm just gonna move the cake pop around until I get it covered. There you go. And then if you can't cover it, that's fine. You could decorate it or just use something else. And I'm gonna actually, just because I didn't get to cover that cake pop in chocolate, I am going to add sprinkles. And I'm gonna cover it and cover the bald spots because I couldn't get chocolate. But sometimes that's what you have to do. Sometimes my cake pops don't come out round, so I'll use them differently. And there you go, have that one. And now, while that is drying, I am going to heat up the white chocolate. And let's do 30 seconds again. So we're gonna do 30 seconds again on that, and then every chocolate is different. I feel even if it's the same brand, just keep checking on it. I like to do, the first time I pop it in the oven, I like to do 30 seconds, and depending on how hard or soft it is, then I'll increase or decrease the time on it. So we'll wait, and I think it's been maybe, let's see. Oh, that's hard, as you could tell. So I am gonna put it back in the microwave and heat it up. And yeah, let me know what else you guys are doing. If how is your chocolate coming out this time? Is it easier or is it still kind of hard? And like I said, if your chocolate is hard, just add oil. Keep adding oil, a little bit of oil. Keep mixing it, mixing it, mixing it. Sometimes when it's lumpy, you just need to mix it. It's already warm, but you just have to make sure it evenly melts. So I'm gonna check again. Oop. And here you go. Perfect. Okay, so this time around, I feel like the mug is very warm, but it's not that melted, not like the other one. Do you see how it's a little bit chunkier? So I'm just gonna kind of smash it down, use a spoon, and this is where you need to put your muscles into use. This is an arm workout. So it's still lumpy, so I'm just gonna mix, mix, mix a little bit more, because if you heat it up too much, then you'll burn your chocolate. So maybe if I don't get the lumps out, I'm gonna just pop it in the microwave for maybe 10 seconds. So let me check. It's there, it's just a little lumpy. Do you guys see that lump? So like I said, press into the mug. And okay, so I still feel like it needs a little bit of time. Okay, it has more lumps. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna put it for maybe 10 seconds. So I'm gonna put it for 10 seconds and see how that works. Let's see, I don't wanna burn my chocolate because it's super close to being ready, so I really wanna check on it. So it's been, maybe I think it's ready. It's better to do less time than more. And let's see. Oh, perfect. Yes, I think if I would have left it a little bit longer in there, it would have burned. Because it's kind of feels a little bit harder than the other chocolate, than the brown one. Perfect. So with this, I am going to dip some of the other stuff we have. So I'm going to dip the other cake pop. Do you guys see the, there you go. Do you guys see the pecans in there in the cake pops? And that's all from the cream cheese I used. So you could use any flavored cream cheese or whatever you want to use, but that's what I had, so that's what I used. So let's see if you guys could see that, coating everything. And then you just want to kind of clean off the excess. There you go. And I'm going to do another Rice Krispie. Let me clean this off because it has sprinkles. So I mean, it'll come out good, but you want the sprinkles to be in the outside, not the inside of the chocolate. So here you go. And get every part of it, kind of drizzle, put it down, get the excess, and this is how it should look. Perfect. And then the Oreo, same thing. Get all. So the Oreo, I did notice because the Oreos are a little bit heavier, you want to make sure you get all that chocolate off, because if not, it'll come off the stick. So this is how it looks. And what else are we gonna dip? A marshmallow. Oh, and I also have coconut flakes. So I think if I do the coconut flakes on the white chocolate, it won't come out. So I'll do it on a, maybe, what's a good combo? Rice Krispie with coconut flakes. So I'm gonna do the dark chocolate because I want to add some coconut flakes. Okay, so right now what I'm doing, I'm just kind of going with the Rice Krispie because I didn't wait for the stick to dry, the chocolate to dry, so it's kind of moving around. So I was kind of just moving the cup around the Rice Krispie. So I'm gonna put it down, and I think you guys see that. And then just sprinkle, right now that the chocolate is wet, I am gonna sprinkle some coconut flakes on top. And let's see, I think I could start drizzling this one. It got a little bit of the chocolate, but right now that I have my white chocolate still really good, because you want it runny. When you do a drizzle, you really want it runny, because if you wait until the chocolate is a little bit harder, this one's getting harder, as you could tell. I'm moving it around, it's kind of hard. It clumps up, so you want it to be very runny. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this bowl as my base, just so I could collect all the chocolate that I'm gonna drizzle. And I am going to grab a little bit. Do you guys see that? Just kind of just make those movements like this. Do you guys see this? So I'm not moving the pretzel, I'm just moving the chocolate. And you get a nice little drizzle like that. And then you could decorate this. You could add sprinkles, you could add coconut flakes. I think I'm just gonna leave it plain like this. I could do a different one and then add something else to it. So I'm gonna do this one white chocolate in the same technique, kind of move it around, but you just want more chocolate because you want to coat the pretzel. And you could also do this with other pretzels, but I really like the pretzel rods. They're just a nice, cool snack.
I have a question.
Yes.
When you want to get more chocolate onto the pretzel, you want the spoon closer, and when you want like the light drizzle, you have the spoon further?
Yes, correct. And then I pick up more. So if right now, like, I want to really cover the pretzel, I'm picking up more like this. And when I want to just do a drizzle, I do less. So I don't know if you, before I did the drizzle, I kind of did this to my spoon so I could get less chocolate on there. And then I get the drizzle like that. And it depends. If you want a thicker drizzle, then you want more chocolate. If you want a smaller like drizzle like this, then you want less chocolate. So for instance, so did we find out what the name of these are?
I think they're Madeleines.
There you go. That's right.
I've been thinking about it this entire time.
Yes, it sounds correct. So with this, my line is not that defined, but we're going to try the tuxedo look, meaning that you have the two colors. So here, as you could tell on this side, there's, let's see, this side has less chocolate. No, this side has more and this side has less. So I'm going to dip it kind of into an angle. So I'm going to get most of my chocolate on that side, and then I'm going to dip it into an angle. So we could get kind of the two colors like that. Ooh, it's gonna break off. Yeah, it's messy working with chocolate. It's a messy job. And then with this, I'm gonna let them dry a little bit. These have, I normally, if you have cooking scissors, you could trim this off. I know it's weird to trim cake in chocolate, but I like to trim my cake pops because sometimes when you don't take off the excess, you get this. So if you have some kitchen scissors, just trim this off, make it nice and round. And with this, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do the whole two color. So you see that? And then I kind of need to look at this so I can't show the camera. But this is like a little cute tuxedo.
Isn't it backwards?
There you go. Yeah, it is actually backwards, the white. But it's the little tuxedo look. But it is backwards. But that's a good way. And just because it's not really a tuxedo, we could just make it fun. Lightning bolt. Just make it fun.
It's the Flash.
Yes, there you go. And let's see, what else could we use? What else do you want to see? Is there a method that you guys didn't get, like the drizzling side of it, the decorating side of it, the cake pop dipping side of it? Just let us know in the comments and I could redo something else. I'm gonna wait for some of these to dry so I could add glitter so you guys see how that looks. These are still drying. I think I'm gonna do another cake pop. I'm just gonna let it sit. Just make sure to let it rest like that. Oreo, the same thing. And these already have sprinkles, but like I said, you could add sprinkles to your Oreos. And then another pretzel. Gonna do more white chocolate. And remember, you wanna get bigger. Oh, there you go. You could do it in your own mug. I just realized you could do this without wasting the chocolate.
Those mugs are pretty big.
They are. But normally I like to do it on something else because then I get the counter sturdy with chocolate and it's hard to take off sometimes when it dries. So, and you want to get that even. What part?
What? Just repeat again.
So as you could tell, so I didn't dip this marshmallow. I just used my spoon and I kind of just turned it around and made sure that the chocolate was evenly on there. So just get the chocolate, make sure you cover it. And for this one, I am going to use green sprinkles. And I'm going to get my bowl over and just kind of sprinkle it on top. Oop, sprinkles like to go all over the place. Cover it, and these are really fun activities to do at home right now. Just even to know, like I said, for birthday parties, or you could bless someone if you have a niece or nephew or just a friend, and you could just bless them with something like this little arrangement with chocolate covered things. So it's dripping, so I'll just let it sit there, and let's try. So my chocolate is kind of getting hard, so I'm just going to add more, and I'm going to put it back. The microwave, I'm going to put it back, and because now I'm adding chocolate to melted chocolate, there's a different way to do it. So now I don't want to do the 30 seconds, because if I do 30 seconds, the melted one will probably burn. So I'm going to do a little less. So I'm going to start off by maybe starting with 10 seconds and waiting for it to mix. And it's once you have melted chocolate, it's weird how you could just mix it in and it does melt. So let's check. So it's still hard, but I'm still gonna, because the melted one is warming up faster, I'm just gonna kind of mix it in there, help it out, and put it back. And it took me probably 8 years to learn chocolate. So I remember I burned a lot of chocolate when I was just messing around with chocolate. There's so much into chocolate, and then how to just do colored chocolate. I messed up chocolate putting food coloring into white chocolate thinking that it would work, but it didn't, because food coloring is water-based, and adding it to chocolate, it didn't mix. And I remember doing that. So now let's see, poke into there. Yep, so now what I'm gonna do is mix it in, kind of stab it a little bit, make sure that it breaks. And like I said, because the chocolate that's already melted is warm, it's gonna be easier for your chocolate to melt. Oh, look at that, it's already kind of melting. Same thing, kind of get it to the sides, crush it, get the air bubbles out. And also I wanted to show you the drizzle, because sometimes a lot of people don't like a lot of chocolate, so you could just drizzle stuff. But let me make sure this is melted. Okay, I'm gonna put it back in the microwave for, now I'm gonna do probably 10 seconds. So like I said, the second time around, just do 10 seconds, even if it takes longer, but like I said, you don't want to melt your chocolate. No, you don't want to burn your chocolate, you want to melt your chocolate. And if you guys don't know, burnt chocolate smells really bad. And there you go. This is how you want it. I don't know, I get excited when my chocolate is perfect. It's one of those little things, but it's just super exciting when it's melted like that. Perfect. But you still kind of want to mix it around, make sure you got all those air bubbles, if there's any chunks in there. And the same thing with anything you want to dip. If you want to dip fruit, make sure it's dry, because if it has water, it's not going to work with your chocolate. So now I'm going to go over the drizzling side of it. Let's see. Let me set up this station, this area here. Okay, cake pops. I want to dip that. This is ready. Look at that. Yum. And then you guys could also dip apples. Apples are super fun to dip too. You just need a bigger bowl for apples, so maybe something like this. So you could just kind of, actually you want something round, big, but not so deep, because then you'll need a lot of chocolate and then you'll waste a lot of chocolate, but some where you could cover. So if it's a small apple, actually I would use probably this mug. And so I'm gonna drizzle some of these, and I'm gonna move. Actually, I'm just gonna line everything up and do a drizzle. Best way to do it. Okay, gonna put it on an angle. Okay, so make sure you watch out, because then once you go, you could get the counters dirty and yourself. So okay, mix it around, get all those air bubbles out. Actually, I'm just gonna move these out of the way. So that one's still wet, but I'll focus on this one. So like I mentioned, you kind of just want to practice how much chocolate you want. And if you want more chocolate, you do more. If you want less, I'm going to do a smaller drizzle, kind of like that. So kind of just practice it. And then you go. Perfect. And then let me. Perfect. And do I have another Rice Krispie? Nope, I'll do one of these. Rice Krispies too, if you don't want to cover them in chocolate, you could just drizzle them. And there you go. And then also you could use, if you're making a cake or something, you could wait for this to dry. Actually, the drizzles on the parchment paper, and you could just put them on a cake and they'll stand up really pretty. Sometimes you can make designs too. And then I want to add maybe some sprinkles. I have some rainbow sprinkles here. I'm gonna put some on the plate so I don't get a lot. If not, I'll pour the whole thing of sprinkles on there and kind of just add or I'll do this one.
Gotta sprinkle the sprinkles.
Sprinkles. Yes, there you go. Add a little bit of color. And I don't know, these are fun, so I'll just add another. just because we can. Okay, let's see. It should dry, but do you see that? And I actually want to use my glitter, my favorite. So let's see what we want to. Ooh. So I'll add a little bit to the, I'm gonna add a little bit to the lid just because I don't wanna use all of it at once. And there you go. Gives it just a different, something different.
And that one's pretty much dried already?
Yes, this is dry. Look at that, how shiny. Let's see. Can you guys see that?
Alyssa says, wow, you did that like a pro.
Oh, thank you. 6 years of practice.
Amelia says hi.
Hi, Amelia. We miss you. What else do you guys want me? Oh, I know what I could teach you guys. I could teach you guys how to make faces on cake pops. So these are done. And like I said, have fun with them. There's no right way to do it. Just have fun with them. And I am going to actually use a popsicle stick. And I have this cake pop right here. Just a white plain cake pop, but you could just write stuff on your cake pops and you could draw little faces. So I'm gonna draw like a little face here, eyes. Do you see that? Looks like a little ghost.
No.
And then
Pops. We will figure this out for the next time.
Yeah, sorry about that, you guys.
GoPro. Go get one. No. Just kidding.
Okay, sorry about that. Our camera turned off. There you go. And I'm gonna put little smiley face. And just let your kids have fun with it. Let them do whatever they want with it. And I'm actually gonna add hair to it. I am. Hair to the little cake pop face. So I'm gonna add a little bit of hair. And I'm gonna add coconut flakes for the hair. Oh, there you go. Something fun, but like I said, you could just have fun with it.
What's his name?
I don't know. You guys help me name the cake pop here.
Lula has a question. She said, what is the trick for the perfect cake pops?
Perfect cake pops. What is the trick? The trick. I think just the chocolate. It's all in the chocolate. Actually, could I get let me get my beautiful assistant, Sophia. The chocolate is in the bag right there behind you. So she'll get me the chocolate and you guys could see I think this is the best for beginners. I think this is the best chocolate to use. If you try to use the other chocolates that are round, that one's fine.
She said, ours taste awesome, but they don't look as pretty.
I want to say it's the chocolate. It's all in the chocolate. So almond bark right here. So this one I actually bought it at Walmart, but I know Stater Brothers has them and all these other grocery stores. It's super. This is where they have the baking stuff and the chocolate. Just buy this. So it's all in your chocolate. If your cake pops didn't come out last time, it was the chocolate that you were using. So try this and.
Amelia said Salvador is beautiful too.
Oh, yes, he is. Thank you, Amelia. And this one. But like I said, the only thing with this chocolate is that they don't have a lot of colors. They only come in these two the white and the other chocolate. But if you want to use the white one and you want to add color, you could use they have chocolate color. It's oil based, so you could use that. But just make sure your cake pops are, these are room temperature, but I made sure that if I leave them out for a little bit longer, I don't think I'll be able to dip them. They're gonna fall inside the mug. So actually, I could teach you a different cake pop technique. If putting them in a mug is not working, I'll teach you something else. So we have our naked cake pop right now, as you can tell.
Name suggestions for the face one is Philip and Larry.
Larry.
So the only two.
Philip and Larry.
Maybe you should make Larry and that one could be Philip.
Yeah, actually, so Philip is here, and then I'll make Larry right now.
Should cover him. He's naked right now.
Yes. So let me get my bowl again. Okay, so if dipping your cake pop didn't work, let's try a different technique. So you're just gonna grab your chocolate. Make sure, like I said, your chocolate is nice and melted and beautiful. Like I said, I love melted chocolate. Okay, so we're gonna kind of get a big spoonful, and now I'm gonna kind of just drip the chocolate and rotate my cake pop and make sure I cover it. So as you can tell, this side is already covered. And you want to be fast because the chocolate is heavy, and if you're not that fast, your cake pop is gonna come off right off the cake pop stick. So as you could tell, the bottom is still not that covered, but that's fine. You kind of just shake it around so it could cover it, and do this and put it on there you go. And even if it wasn't covered, when you put it down, all the chocolate's gonna go down, so it'll cover it. So let me know if that works for you guys. if that technique works better. If the dipping side of it didn't work, try that. You could do that with anything. You could do that with the Oreos. If you can't dip, just cover it. But like I said, it's all in the chocolate. So I'm just gonna, and with Oreos, these are super easy because you just want to get one good side of it. Do you guys see that? Kind of shake it around, get an even layer. I mean, if you want to stand them up, you do want two pretty sides. But if you just want to lay them side on the sheet pan, you just don't need to do the other side. But look at how pretty that is. Let's turn it around. And I'll just do another spoonful of it. Just make sure it's even. If I do this, it's not going to come out pretty on that side. So I'm just going to shake it and find the pretty side. That's it.
Lula said we will try the drizzling. Thank you.
Yes, try that. Ooh, and let me know how that works. And now, there you go. So while we wait for, is this Larry? I forgot the names. Larry?
Philip.
Philip, as we wait for Larry to dry, let me know what else you want me to go over. If you want me to dip something else, if you want me to go over the drizzling again, decorating, let me know down below. And meanwhile, I will decorate this one too. Let's see, what other technique could we do? Ooh, I have an idea. So we could do the spin technique. So this one is fun. This one is, you just have your chocolate. This one works better when you already have a layer. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing is already layered. So this one, you're not gonna, it's similar to the drizzle, but this one you don't do this. You kind of don't do this. You want to do the whole, rotate the cake, the thing you're covering in chocolate. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a little bit more than what I would do when I was drizzling, but I'm not gonna let it fall that fast. I'm just gonna take control of it and let it do this. And then as it's falling, I am going to rotate. Oh, that didn't come out the way I wanted. This takes a little bit more practice, but there you go. You kind of rotate it. This is one, once you get this, I don't know if it's not working because of it's not a round surface. I don't know if it's not working because it's not round, but normally with a cake pop, you could get a really good round drizzle. And kind of just move. Now, instead of moving this, you kind of move both. You have to make sure you're moving both. And rotating them. And once that's ready, let's see. Where's my, oh, here's my white one. Oh, this one already dried up. Let me wait for, oh, I could drizzle this one. And then even though you already have sprinkles, you can still drizzle more chocolate on top of that. This is easier, as you can tell. It's easier than this just because it's round. It's easier to make the lines. And as you can tell, I'm just kind of moving the spoon and rotating this, spinning it around. This was because I accidentally dripped some of the other stuff. Actually, it's still, I needed more of these sheets, these pans, or I needed more room, but.
Are you moving it towards yourself too when you're doing
I'm just doing both. I'm kind of moving it towards me, kind of finding that line that I want. I'm doing both movements with the spoon and towards me and out. So this is another way to do it. And then with this one's fun because you could do the cross-sided ones, like different designs. So as you could tell, that one. So it's different from the drizzle. Like a pretzel, I like to drizzle it like this, but round stuff like cake pops and these. And once this dries, I would do another layer of the drizzles. You could do another layer of like the chocolate color or even the white chocolate. Let's see if this one's ready. Like I said, it's up to you. Where are you? I kind of just like the chocolate still moldable, make it look round. I'm doing that with my fingers, as you could tell. Do you see that? Let's see. Do you see how that's not round? So I'm just gonna mold it because your hands are warm and the chocolate, it's so easy to melt.
Put it closer to the camera. You'll be able to see better.
There you go. So here, like these sides, just use my finger, kind of, there you go. It looks a little bit better. So let me wipe my fingers. And with this, I am going to do another drizzle. And okay, so because this is flat, I'm not gonna move the Oreo as much. I'm just gonna move the spoon. So this is a different technique. I'm just showing you guys all my techniques here. So I'm just gonna move this, and what I'm gonna do is just run the Oreo through the chocolate this time around. Let's see if my mortar skills are good. Let's see. It's kind of hard. Okay, that was a little bit more difficult than I thought. I haven't used this technique in a while, but there you go. I don't know, I think drizzling looks pretty. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so we are waiting for our other little guy to be ready. Okay, this one. So I'm gonna layer drizzle upon drizzle now. So because my lines are going up and down, I'm gonna kind of just move it to the side, and now I want them to go the opposite way. Just something different. And okay, so in order to make a face on this cake pop, I'm gonna have to melt this chocolate. So I'm gonna put it, it's not a lot of chocolate and I don't need a lot. So I think I'm just gonna put it in for maybe 10 seconds. So I'm gonna do 10 seconds. And then should I add hair to this one? What do you guys think? Let me know. Or should I be bald? Or maybe maybe some sprinkles? What should I add for hair? Let's see. There you go. So let me know in the comments what I should do with the next cake pop, how I should decorate it. There you go. Like I said, this one doesn't really need to be melted just because I don't need a lot of chocolate. I'm just gonna make a face. And the same thing, use a cake pop stick, and let's find the best side to it.
Sal says no hair.
No hair. And let's see. Sorry, you guys, I have to focus to make the smile. There you go. Okay, maybe it needs hair. It looks kind of scary without hair.
You've been overruled, Sal.
Sorry, Sal. Should I do sprinkle hair or coconut flakes? I think they're best friends, so we'll do coconut flakes. There you go. Oh, some of the hair fell off. But there you go. Let's see if I could get them. Oh. There you go, you guys. I don't think so. So let me know, you guys, what you think. Was there any questions? Anything else? No. Okay, you guys, well, thank you for joining us, and just thank you for sticking if you guys were here all this time learning how to do chocolate. And like I said, let us know what else you want us to do. And for the next time, I think I'll be on here in 2 weeks. Next week we'll have Janae. She's gonna be doing our experiments. So also let us know what you want her to do. And make sure to like this video and just follow us. And make sure if you don't have your your notifications from our CCO app, make sure to go on there and turn on the notifications so when we go live you guys get a reminder, because we can't do this on YouTube because we have a children's channel, so you can't turn on the bell here on YouTube. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. This was so much fun. Like I said, I love dipping everything into chocolate, and hopefully you guys learned something. And yeah, tag us too if you guys did make any cake pops. Just tag us so we could see. We're blessed to see that you guys are just participating with us. We miss you so much, and we will see you next time.